Hello everyone. Welcome again to the next part of unit converter application in Codersarts. So, basically, in previous video, we have discussed how we can create XML file and how we can create the UI for our application. So, here you can see that the UI has been completed. So, in this video, we are going to discuss about the all the Kotlin code that we are going to write here, and in Kotlin that we are going to use all the basic classes as well in this Kotlin class. So let's start and see how we can implement it. So we have a main activity class here, as we can see, and in this main activity class we have app compact activity as well. So in this app compact activity we are going to create some variables here. Okay. So what we have to do, we have to initialize some variable. So in UI we can see we have a three spinner here. First is basically category spinner, and second is the unit spinner from and unit spinner 2. So we have basically three type of spinner here. So for that we need to create a data class. Data class is basically a class which is going to use in the Kotlin for holding the data of any data object. So let's create some basic class here. I can create this class here also for the example, but we need to create this class to this package as well. But for example, so that I can explain you, so that I have created this data class here. So let's use the data keyword, data class unit. Okay. So in this unit class, we have to pass some variable val name, which is type of a string, comma val conversion factor. Okay, so what is the conversion factor we are passing here? We can see here. So basically, what type of input that we are getting? It is basically double or float. So we are using the double for the long value. So let's create the variable like conversion factor. Conversion factor. So this is basically double type. Okay. So we have created the class here. It is called the data class, and the unit we are going to pass it through the through our according to our need and according to the application. So what we have to do, first of all, we have to create some variable here. So we are going to create private late init variable, which is category category spinner. Okay, and this is basically which type of value it is. It is spinner. Okay. So for this we need a three spinner here. So we can copy paste this code for three times. Okay, and the second one is for unit spinner from unit spinner from and unit spinner 2 unit spinner 2. Okay, so we have created the three variable, like we have, as we have a three spinner here, as you can see in our UI. So and the third one is for fourth one is for the edit text. So let's create the variable for the edit text as well. So what is the next variable? So we are going to create private late init where input value input value. Okay, so it is basically edit text. Okay, so we are getting four type of thing, and next we need to create a button and the text field. So let's create private late init where button or convert button, which is button type, and private late init where for result text view. So we are going to use the output value. Okay, output value. So this is basically a result text view. So we are going to use this text view. So we have created these variable here, and according to our need, we are going to use it. Okay, so for this we are going to use the some length unit and the mass unit. Like we have a three type of things like length, mass, uh, and the temperature. So basically we have to create the three object of this unit class, and by using these three objects that we are going to use in our application. Okay, so let's start with the length units. Okay, so we have just we need to create some private variable, private val length unit. Length unit equal to list of unit which is meter, comma 1.0, which is the conversion factor. And by this we are creating some of other things as well. So we have to use this list, and we need to create all the variable like meter, kilometer, centimeter, millimeter. So kilometer, comma, which is 1000.0. Okay, so we need to pass all the variable. So let's write it, and we will continue after the writing it. So okay, so I have written all the units here. Okay, so first is the length unit, second the mass unit, and third is the temperature unit. So in onCreate method, now we have to use it. So in onCreate we have to initialize the all the things, category spinner and unit, all the spinner and the edit text variables here. So let's start initializing here. So category spinner equal to find view by id r dot id dot category spinner. Okay, and then after we have unit spinner, unit spinner from equal to find view by id r dot id dot unit spinner from, and then after we are using the third one, which is known as the unit spinner 2. So unit spinner 2 equal to find view by id r dot id dot unit spinner 2, and the next one is basically input value. Okay, so we are going to initialize it with the edit text id. So r dot id dot input value, and then after we need to use the convert button. So convert button equal to find view by id r dot id dot convert button, and then after we are going to create the output value, and we need the find view by id r dot id dot output value. Okay, so here we have initialized all the variable that we have created here, and we have used this value for initialization here. Now we can use this value because it is going to save it by using the null pointer exception. So we have initialized it so that we can't face the error like the null pointer exception here. So next what we have to do, we have to add some categories here. Okay, so we have to create some category, and also we need to create some category adapter. Okay, so we have some categories. So let's create some category. We have a value called as category. Category, actually it is a plural. Categories is equal to list of, we need to pass, and list of strings here, so which is length, length, mass, and temperature. And temperature. Okay, so I think we are good to go. Okay, temperature. So we have a category which is known as the list of length, mass, and temperature. So we need to use an adapter for creating this and adding this to the drop down value. So how we can do it? We can do it by using the category adapter. So we need to create a variable category adapter equal to, we need to use an array adapter. Array adapter, and in this array adapter we are using the list. Okay, so how we can use it? We can use it by using the this operator. We are passing the this context. What is required here? The context and the so id. So we need to pass an layout, which is the inbuilt layout of the of any method. So what is here we are going to use is the basically android dot r dot layout dot simple spinner item. Okay, so simple spinner item. Okay, so we are passing just this thing, and we are going to pass the categories here. Okay, so categories, so we are just passing these thing in our adapter, and we are just using it. So how we can do? Okay, so need to set the drop down resource as well. So let's select the drop down resource. So we also need to add the adapter and the drop down resources as well. So what we are going to do, we are going to use category adapter dot set drop down resource view, which is android dot r dot layout dot drop down list. So we have a simple drop down list. Okay, simple drop down out, simple drop down item. Okay, so we are using this one, and for using the normal basic category adapter, so we are just showing it here. Okay, so then we are going to use this category spinner for selecting an item. So how we can implement it here? So we are going to add the category spinner. Okay, category spinner dot adapter. Okay, so in this we are going to set our adapter here. So category adapter. We are just setting our adapter here, and then after we are going to use this spinner. So what is going to happen here? We are going to complete something. Okay, so just select category spinner dot on item selected, select listener. Okay, we are going to create an object for it. Object colon. We are going to use the adapter view. Adapter view dot on item select listener. Okay, in this item select listener, we are going to use some thing. Okay, so what we are going to do, we are going to do some overridation. Okay, so we are going to implement this member function. So what is here is basically on nothing selected and on the select category. Okay, on item selected. So we need to just use this item on item selected. So we are click on okay. Okay, so we are getting something here. So in this we are going to use the select category option. Okay, so how we can do it? In this file we are going to write our things. So what is here? Basically we are going to create a variable and selected category. Okay, selected category, and we are just create a method here, so we can update the unit in the spinner. So we are needed some method. Okay, so first of all we have to get the category item. We're just passing the position here. Okay, so we are in this variable we are getting the selected category, and we are just using pass it in the our method. So what we have to do, we are just update, create a method which is known as update units spinner. So in this we are just passing the selected category. Okay, so these are the basic thing, and we also need to implement the next method as well, so that we can resolve our error. So we don't need to write any other thing here. So what we have to do, we have to create this method, and then after we can only use this method. So let's create this method as well. Main activity. Okay, so we have a method right now here. So what we have to choose, and we are just moving to the like what happened when we're going to use the convert method. Okay, so we are going to use this convert button dot set on click listener. In this method we are going to use some units as well. So the first one is the from unit, and second one is the from to unit, and the third one for the value that we are going to use. Okay, so we have to use the unit spinner, and in this update method we are going to update our method. So in this we are going to create some units variable. So val from unit. Okay, and we are going to unit spinner selected item as unit. So okay, we are passing. So unit spinner from dot selected item dot or as unit. So we have created the from unit to unit and the so we also need to create the to unit thing. Val to unit equal to unit spinner 2 dot selected item as unit. Okay, so we are getting all the data as a unit format and use it in our variable. So we have to create the value as well. Val value equal to input value dot get text. So we are going using the text in Kotlin here, and dot to string, so that we can convert it in string, and we can convert to the double or null. So to double or null. So these are the basic things that we are going to use, and then after we have to apply a check for convert button. So if value not equal to null, if the value is not equal to null, then we are going to perform our operation. So we have to write the logic here. In this we have to create the another variable known as the result. Okay, in this result we are basically use our convert method. So we have to create the convert method as well. So equal to uh, convert. Okay, so in this method we are going to implement this method for converting our value to another value. So we are just passing the from unit here and to unit and input value. Okay, so we are passing all the three variable here, and then after we are going to use it. So in this we are going to use this result here. Basically it is a string result, so we are going to use the output value dot text. We are going to show our output on the output value. So basically result colon dollar, we are using the result here, result, basically it is in double quote. Okay, so we are using the result here, and we are used our dollar method here as well for our value. So to unit dot name. Okay, so we have implemented this method here. So we need to create otherwise we need to write an else condition as well. So else we are going to show some message output value dot text equal to, like we have to drop some message here. Please enter a please enter a valid value. Okay, so we are just using this, and we have to create a function called as the, basically we can call as the convert method. So let's create this. Okay, so we have just created this value, and convert method that we are getting expect a value called as the double. So what we are getting here is the double. Okay, so we are not using here, which is basically a double value, and the input value will be the edit text, and value will also be a double value. Okay, so we're just passing this value here, so it's not going to be a trouble here. Okay, so so for this video it is enough for today, and in this video we have discussed all the initialization, and in next video we are going to discuss about how we can implement the convert function and the update unit spinner. So these are the things that we have will continue with us. So thank you for being with us. So we will continue in the next part. Thank you.